Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we're going to start off the show with what you guys voted for, Hottie of the Day from the congressional hearing earlier, Congresswoman Miss Virginia Fox. Arr, Fox. Uh, you guys voted. I'm just giving you what you want. Let's say hello to everybody. We'll get right into the news. Dog Mama, hello, hello. Digger, hello, hello. Bobby, what's up, man? Gross. What's up, genitals? Josh Chandler, how's it going, buddy? Jason J. Hell yeah, hottie of the day right there. Yes. What's up, Xcomer? Yes, smash. Smash all day. Smash all day till she breaks her hip. Which should take about 6 minutes. Maybe. Alright. I got my notice and immediately before the sound started. Well, I guess that's better. Elon Musk visited the southern border today. Eliza, why do you always gotta kill my thunder? Why do you always gotta steal my thunder? Of course I know that Elon visited the border. We have the footage. I wouldn't last long enough to make it pleasurable. Hey, what's up, Fiery? And Aussie Raid? Oh, damn. What's up, Jacob Castro? Alright. So, we will get started on the news since the Aussie squad's here and I have to actually act like I'm doing something. What's up, Dazzer? Alright, big news of the day. Other than, what's up, Forbidden? Other than the fact that the United States government started impeachment proceedings, if you want to punish yourself a lot, that whole 5 hours is in a live stream that happened earlier today in my channel. It wasn't worth it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, go watch it. So, U.S. government tells federal employees a shutdown may be imminent. It was 5 hours. U.S. government notified federal workers on Thursday that a shutdown appears imminent as a Republican-led standoff on Capitol Hill forced the Biden administration to begin formal, methodical processes for preparing much of Washington to come to a halt. So, we're starting to shut things down. The new warnings underscored the growing likelihood that millions of employees... What's up, Lazy Boy? It's a new name. Welcome. Millions of employees and military service members may stop receiving pay in just 3 days, even as talks commenced on Capitol Hill in pursuit of a long, elusive, last-minute deal that would extend federal funding beyond September 30th. So, of course, this is going to be the Republican shutdown. They've already named it that. The LARPers in Congress today all had... Damn it, Jacob, that's in my list. We'll get there, buddy. So, they all had their computers out, countdown to shutdown, already trying to blame it on the Republicans. It's the Republican shutdown, and I'm okay with it being the Republican shutdown. Follow the money. When we try and obfuscate where the money's going, we need to worry. Exactly. Too late time to shut the stream off. What? Across the federal government, federal officials dusted off their intricate blueprints that help unwind and pare down the sprawling bureaucracy to its most vital functions. We should already be doing that. We should already be doing that. That should be a regular occurrence. We shouldn't have a bloated bureaucracy anymore. We can't afford it. They brace for disruptions that are likely to be significant, especially if the stalemate persists for weeks, potentially dragging down the fragile U.S. economy while complicating many of the services on which millions of Americans and businesses rely. Well, it is game over. Yeah, you're with me now, Ghostry. Exactly. Why can't this be the normal state of things? Um, and this, where they're saying millions of Americans and American businesses rely on this, then we're doing something wrong, and we shouldn't be so deeply embedded in our government. Our government is not there to pay our bills. Our government is there for defense, and that's about it. That's about it. All issues are states' right issues. No need for a federal government at all. We were redirected to the ninth dimension. Yes. Shut down the government every 90 days, save some serious dough. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Did you just think that I was Ozzy? Because I'm not Ozzy. Not even close. That's why could have fooled me. Yeah, well, that's supposed to be their only charter. So, some federal programs, including Social Security and mail delivery, would be unaffected because they are funded outside of the annual appropriations process on Capitol Hill, but many other government operations would be rendered inaccessible if funds expire as soon as this weekend, potentially resulting in closed parks and passport offices, and eventually more worrisome interruptions affecting federal housing, food, and health aid for the poor. I don't see a problem here. Closed parks and passport offices. Yeah, closed parks would suck, but you know. And for those saying that Social Security would be interrupted, here it is right here in the Washington Post article. Social Security is a self-sustaining and will remain funded. So, caught in the middle of the nation's roughly 2 million federal workers, way too many. And it's approximately 1.3 million active duty troops. Active duty troops will continue getting paid for the foreseeable future. They could get delayed, but you know, well, that's all of them. I would agree with that. Private sector can do everything better. On Thursday morning, many received the first formal word of a possible funding lapse, which would cut off their pay as long as Congress fails to come to an agreement, though they would receive back pay once any shutdown ends. And if you're deployed, if you're active duty deployed, that's not the end of the world. Medicare, Medicaid, and SNAP and WIC will be interrupted. That's also true, so I don't really care. Some of these civilian employees will be furloughed, sent home without a clear date of return, and others will be forced to report to work anyway. These workers serve urgent functions. You know what I have to say about that? You know, when you sign the dotted line, you belong to the United States government. And that's your own problem. Addressing needs to relate to public safety and national security, a category that includes bag inspection agents at airports, federal disaster aid workers, and more than 19,000 Border Patrol officials, even as some Republicans call for tougher anti-immigration policy. Well, you know what? That's also true. CBP should, I mean, realistically, if we're not going to do it properly and fund it properly, then stop paying Border Patrol. Like, if you're just going to let them open gates and walk through, stop paying Border Patrol. What the hell? Members of the military are similarly expected to helm their posts in a shutdown without pay, creating the prospect for a worst-case scenario for the Defense Department. said Sabrina Singh, the deputy press secretary for the Pentagon. For each day Congress fails to act, she said the bills are going to mount up for troops who still must purchase groceries, cover rent, and address other financial needs, adding, "We really should not be in this position." I agree. Michael Linden, a former top official at the White House Office of Management and Budget, said that the notices reflected a hard political reality. Unlike past spending battles that yielded an 11th hour deal, the chances of the shutdown are much higher. Yep. I agree. If you're 48 hours out from a potential shutdown, but it's very clear there's a deal on the path, then you might not do that, he said. But if there isn't, you aren't going to have to tell agencies to tell their teams so people can start to plan. So here's another one of my inputs. If our government, so I believe it's 2 days. If I was incorrect, please let me know. But about 2 days. So Saturday, our federal government could shut down. The Republican shutdown. Yeah, MAGA, insane MAGA shutdown, MAGA-phobic shutdown. Here. 999. That's my new favorite clip. The MAGA shutdown. Yeah, extreme MAGA shutdown. So if we're shutting down on Saturday and by Sunday your agency's out of money, that's a fucking problem. That is a problem, in my opinion. Like, if you can't go a day without money, that is a serious issue. On Capitol Hill, a swift resolution this week remained exceedingly unlikely, even as the Senate prepared to approve a bipartisan bill that would sustain federal spending into November. It remained unclear if the measure would even see a vote in the House, where far-right MAGA Republicans, with backing of House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, who's totally a maggot, have held firm in rejecting any short-term funding deal that doesn't satisfy their conservative policy demands. Or maybe we should stop spending so much damn money. In an early encouraging sign, however, some Senate Democrats and Republicans on Thursday discussed a potential compromise, a funding stopgap known as a continuing resolution. Here we go. I know. We took a moment of silence for it earlier. We should probably do another one, but a funding stopgap. Oh, that includes a new burst of money to improve law enforcement at the U.S.-Mexican border. McCarthy, meanwhile, told Republicans early in the day that he still hopes to hold a Friday vote on an alternative short-term funding bill, one that slashes government spending in ways that Biden and other Democrats see as unacceptable. Well, if the Republicans put something up there, then, and they vote on it, and the Democrats say no, whose shutdown is it? It's still MAGAs, you're right. In the meantime, the Biden administration has plotted towards the shutdown, instructing agencies to update their plans for how they would proceed without funding. One by one, these offices into Thursday warned anew about the fast approaching consequences as they forced to halt some food and water inspections / nutrition aid to millions of poor families, shut down research into cancer and other emerging health issues. Oh no, we can't get another fucking booster. And delay the provision of money to Florida, Puerto Rico, and other communities still reeling from major natural disasters. Yeah, no more CRs. None. Figure it out. Fix it. Do it correctly. Holy shit, I'm not going to keep reading this. You get it. I'll keep you posted. Maybe we'll throw a party when it shuts down. Oh no. So, does the shutdown include money to Ukraine? Yes, the Biden administration just passed a budget or passed a spending for Ukraine. So no worries, Ukraine will be taken care of. It's okay. It's okay. Ukraine will get their money to stop Russia. Of course it does. I mean, they take more time off than anybody I know. All right. Humanitarian, not miracle worker. I think, never mind. I know what Deez was thinking. We're going to start off with Donald Trump firing back at, I got it. Denver wrote checks and didn't look at the balance in the accounts, and now the reps are saying, what the fuck? We got to do some accounting here. Got it. Yes, exactly. So the Republicans want accountability, or at least some of them, enough of them, and that's bad. That makes it a Republican shutdown. So, not to mention that here, let's look at it. Let's look at what it is, because I don't want to be off by $500 million or something. Okay, so our current national debt, 33 trillion, 116 billion, 932 million. Oh, 933 million. That's how fast we're accumulating national debt right there. This is a live clock of how much we are currently racking up in debt. This is usdebtclock.org. If you've never seen this is a pretty cool resource. Debt per citizen's almost up to 100,000 per citizen, and it's over 250,000 debt per taxpayer. This is our U.S. federal spending currently right now, and our deficit just continues to grow. Here's our debt to GDP over history of time, 1960, 1980, 2000. Now our debt is way over our gross domestic product. This shows revenues, which we're not making enough to sustain. This has everything. U.S. population, currency derivatives. Oops. I don't want that. What about the IRS? Are they shut down too? No. I believe that they will remain operating. Here's interest on debt, 709,272,000,000. So you can see it's just flying up there. So I'm glad to see you've carried that through. That's depressing as all daggum. I see my yearly salary flash by. Yep. Yeah, it is a cool site, and it's usdebtclock.org. I'll actually throw it in chat because it's a good resource if you want to keep up on what the hell's going on, and it's all up to the minute. So, the most accurate data. All right, so back to Chris Christie obviously called out Donald Trump, called him Donald Duck last night. Donald Trump responded as we knew he would, and here it is.
And it was about our country and its future. And I wondered what our choice was going to be. Were we going to be small or were we going to be big? And it was about our country and its
that's obviously a live view. He's at an all-you-can-eat buffet. He's got a nice solid plate there, speaking to constituents. So, God, I love President Trump. This is savage, yeah. And that was put out on Truth Social by Donald John Trump. Yes and yes. I save all my games to my external and run my OS on my C. Biden. So this is Biden's back on his Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. And this was his Arizona speech, part of it.
And we are all created equal, endowed by in the image of God, endowed by our Creator to be able to treat it equally throughout our lives. And we are all created equal, endowed by in the image of God, endowed by our Creator to be able to treat it equally throughout our lives.
Okay, I'm not overly religious, kind of ignorant in the religious. Can I see if Steam? Check your Steam to see if your Steam can detect your hard drives. I believe it does. Yeah, I can check on it. Let me do it kind of as we're rolling. But I think he got that one wrong. Don't quote me, but I think he got that one wrong. Of course, we're in political season, so everybody is ramping up their political advertisements, all that stuff. So this is the Biden campaign releasing a new ad quoting DeSantis's debate performance. And yes, it is detecting. So I go to Steam and just launch the game from Steam, and it detects them. So I don't know if there's an update, but yes, it is detecting mine. So, and it shows my drives. So yeah, maybe the old tech support trick. Unplug it, plug it back in. No, I also can't wait. It's coming. It has to be coming. All right, so this is it. This is the new ad from the Biden administration.
And you know who else is missing in action? Donald Trump is missing in action. He should be on this stage tonight. He owes it to you to defend his record where they added $7.8 trillion to the debt. That set the stage for the inflation that we have now.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
And you know who else is missing in action?
So obviously they took something completely out of context, ran with it. That's why you got to be careful with your debate performance, because it's going to end up biting you in the ass at some point. So half my games are uninstalled and my Steam doesn't detect anything but primary. I did a reboot to both Steam and my computer. That's weird. If you see Cheese is our tech guy. I don't remember what the hell his name is this week, but yeah, that's kind of where I or a cord is broken or something where it's not connecting. But Cheesy, if you see him in here, he's great with our tech. He's our local tech support. So here's another Trump response to. This was put together. This was not from.
States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
The United States launched a targeted operation against that compound.
They did a lot of shooting, and they did a lot of blasting, even not going through the front door. You know, you think you go through the door. If you're a normal person, you say, knock, knock, may I come in?
After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body.
He died like a dog.
But his death does not mark the end of our effort.
A beautiful dog. A talented dog.
We give thanks for the men who carried out this operation.
And I don't get any credit for this, but that's okay. I never do. But here we are.
May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
And I'm writing a book. I think I wrote 12
States.
It's interesting to see the contrast between two completely different leaders. Completely. with similar scenarios, similar circumstances. So he died like a dog. Yeah, I know, that was great. This one, can this guy just go away? Well, actually, I can't lose my mind yet. It's too early in the show. So let's go to something slightly infuriating, but less. Breaking: California Governor Gavin Newsom signs a law to raise the minimum wage for fast food workers to $20 per hour. $20 an hour. $20 an hour for fast food workers that can't get your order right. And Appalachian Podcast, I don't know who the hell this is, but they're pretty good. I thought I was following them. Well, I am now. Here comes the automation. Exactly. A lot. Yeah. You were talking about ordering food the other day. I'm like, holy hell, there's no way it can be that expensive, but it was. That's crazy, and it's gonna get more expensive. Yeah, Forbidden, if you can jump into my Discord, somebody can probably drop the link, because I don't know where the hell it's at, and I probably should, but there's Indian tech support in my Discord, and they get it figured out for you. Okay. Or Bobby can help in there. I wish he would just go away. Story time with Kamala Harris. I don't even know the context of this one. I really don't care. She's so dumb.
The work that under Joe Biden's leadership, our administration.
Oh, I know. We went, me and my boys. I have 2 boys, and it was like $42, and none of us got anything spectacular, and it was so gross that the dog wouldn't even eat it. My kids wouldn't eat it. The dog wouldn't eat it. We just chucked it. And that's the last time we've been to McDonald's. No. We'll get to those later. Domino's is pretty. It's not bad. It's Domino's Farms. The world headquarters of Domino's is like 15 minutes north. Probably a little bit further than that, but maybe a half an hour north. So we have a lot of Domino's. But I blame Steam. Everything on Windows is working. Move 4 files to the blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's true. Steam just had a recent update, so gross. Oh, we'll get to that in a second. Actually, let's go there first. So this is Representative Matt Gaetz, and then we'll come back to Heels Up. We're devaluing American money so rapidly that in America today, you can't even bribe Democratic senators with cash alone. You need to bring gold bars and get the job done, just so that the bribes hold value. What's up, Alan? How you doing, buddy?
You are your record. And our record in this country right now is $33 trillion in debt, facing $2 trillion annual deficits. We're in so much debt. We're driving up deficits so fast. We are devaluing American money so rapidly that in America today, You can't even bribe Democrat senators with cash alone. You
Thank
need
you,
to bring
Shenny.
gold bars to get the job done, just so that the bribes hold value. You are your record.
That is awesome on the floor of the House of Representatives. Speaking of bribing governments, that takes us to the one that was going to piss me off. It certainly is, and we'll get to that later in the show, too. Senator Fetterman, the Chinese government and other U.S. adversaries should own 0 agricultural land in our country. I believe that, we're taking back our pandas, We should take, or they're taking back our pandas, We should take back all of their farmland. Yeah, I've been stacking a lot of silver, too, because gold is very expensive. It's only going to get worse.
And let me say, I hope many of our colleagues agree. The Chinese government and other U.S. adversaries should own zero agricultural land in our country. I believe that. They're taking back our pandas. We should take back all of their farmland. And let me say,
What the fuck is that? What? Why? Why? Well, what's his name did that? Was it Truman that did that back before the last major shit show that we went through? So, that's not shocking. All right, let's go back to heels up. Oh, I'm sure he does. Have you seen what he wears? How are you? Save the pandas. Save the pandas. That's all I have to say. They reinstated the formal dress code? Wow. Okay. I have I feel all kinds of ways about that. I feel like when they started videotaping sessions of Congress, that's when we started getting gaslighting instead of things getting really done, and that's when you started seeing suits and stuff like that. It didn't used to be like that. Just not everything was on camera. So there's no golden Fort Knox, sweetie. All right, so here's heels up.
The work that under Joe Biden's leadership
Story
our
time.
administration has accomplished is transformative. What we have done, for years, administrations talked about what they would do in terms of Infrastructure Week. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Under Joe Biden's leadership, we have transformed and are in the process of transforming
It's up a little bit. I'll pin it. Give me a second.
With an historic investment in not only roads and bridges,
Shenny posted
but high-speed internet, what we are doing around issues like lead pipes, and I could go on and on. What we have done in terms of 800,000 manufacturing jobs, what we have done to cap the cost of prescription medication. Many have talked about doing this. This is the work under Joe Biden's leadership that has actually been accomplished. And
It's pinned.
I think the American people, most of all, want a leader who actually gets things done. Mm-hmm. And that is what Joe Biden has accomplished. The work that under
thank you, ladies, Digger and Chenny, for the link. I have no idea what she just said. So I feel like we just need to move on. Breaking Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger allegedly sent a threatening letter to counties telling them not to allow forensic exams on the Dominion voting machines. I cannot listen to her anymore. I'm sorry. I've heard that clip at least 30 times trying to figure out what the hell she said. I just can't. That's that exactly. Oh, okay. Well, he is, of course. He's stunning and brave. So, Brad Raffensperger sent letters telling them not to examine Dominion voting machines. That's how you restore faith and build trust in our electoral system. Is not allow for examinations of Dominion voting machines. I'm proud of you, Digger. Cap Dakota prescription. Jesus. That's just a Kamala Harris noise coming from somewhere. That's all I register. Yep. Same. So yeah, I think this is incredibly interesting that in Georgia, another one of the states, since we already know that some shady shit happened here in Michigan, we're starting to see even more from states like Georgia. The next topic, Arizona. Starting to see it. So, the big news with Arizona. Breaking. At this time, Katie Hobbs is no longer the governor of Arizona. This was early this morning. Republican Kimberly Yee, the state treasurer, is currently the acting governor. The reason why is currently unknown at this time. And it said, update, looks like Katie Hobbs was in Washington, D.C. She should be back in Arizona tomorrow, according to the statement, but that's just my guess. But this is an official statement. Hey, what's up, Fast? This is an odd situation. So the Arizona State Treasurer, Kimberly Yee, for immediate release on September 27, 2023. For a run for high office. I don't know. This was really odd. So, because they do have surgery or they have treatment or they go away for certain things. There are indications where they would concede power for a very short period of time. However, this one was released. It was a public release. It was very well publicized. And maybe she lost a bet. Maybe. Or she got recruited into MS-13 and we'll never hear from her again. I'm not sure. But anyways, we'll read this. I've been notified that it will be serving as acting governor beginning later this evening until mid-morning tomorrow. While I'm pleased to step into this role, I will refrain from naming directors to the 13 agencies that currently have vacancies and will not call the Arizona legislature into session to confirm them. That being said, I do hope when Governor returns to Arizona, she will promptly name qualified directors to these important state agencies and remove the legal uncertainty that exists for all regulatory actions taken by the agencies. I expect to see a swift resolution to this matter so we can get back to getting work done for Arizona taxpayers. The people of Arizona deserve leaders who follow the rule of law. She better governorship on the Vikings. Damn. Yeah, this is weird all the way around. Like, no, I'm not going to fill any of these positions. I'm not going to take any immediate actions. If it really was just for this 12-hour period, I don't know why you come out so strong with everything. Exactly. The Lions are up 24-3. Just so everybody knows, on the Packers. They're playing right now. I didn't see an update that she has returned to her office. But it was only supposed to be a 12-hour. Bars 2 Hobbs appointees from an investment meeting. I guess 2 or 3 days ago. So this is the Arizona state government. So this is news night fast, but this is Arizona state governor Katie Hobbs, the one that defeated why can't I remember her name? She might have got a sex change. See, I don't see anything that she's returned. Carrie Lake. There you go. Sorry. Damn. This is where she was. So 2 days ago there was stirrings of an indictment. A federal indictment. Conspiring with the Mexican drug cartel. And then she stepped down for a day. She was in Washington, D.C. for a meeting about border issues with Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas, following a week-long visit to Taiwan. Well, she didn't concede power when she went to Taiwan. Thursday to meet Joe Biden. She returned Friday morning. So there's not a lot, but we haven't got a return to power statement yet. And I've been checking updates because this is just a weird situation. So I know sometimes takes me a minute. Like I said, join MS18. Yeah, I like the idea of Trump Lake in 24. It is very strange, and when it's hush hush, they're trying to hide something. And if you just went to, so let's think of this logically. If you just went to Taiwan for a week and didn't concede power for that week that you're in Taiwan, then why in the hell would you concede it for 24 hours to go to DC? Apparently not. I don't know how the secretary or the treasurer would have been the natural choice, but that's weird. It's all just odd. So something to keep our eyes on. She could be pulling a Whitmer digger. That's what we call that. Maybe. Oh, that's not fair. All right. This also just happened. The second in line was with Hobbs. Okay, that's weird. Huh. U.S. State Department hacked possibly by China. I'm going to put possibly there because it hasn't been confirmed yet. This could be something to do with an F-35 too, if they're breaking into one system. I'm just saying, I don't know shit. I'm just some asshole on the internet. But, they might connect. Here's what we know from the massive hack by China-based hackers. Approximately 60,000 emails were stolen from the State Department. They also hacked the email accounts of around 25 other organizations, like DoD, including government agencies, Raytheon. 10 U.S. State Department email addresses were hacked, which 9 of them belong to individuals deep in East Asia and Pacific affairs. Secretary of Commerce Gina Raimondo was among the individuals impacted. Yes, it was in May. This one was in May, but they just uncovered it, and they could have uncovered it when they were redoing systems related to Raytheon and an F-35. The hackers forged digital authentication tokens required by the system. The tokens are typically used to verify a person's identity. China labeled the accusation disinformation and called the U.S. government the world's biggest hacking empire and global cyber thief. That's rich coming from China. Oh, I know for an absolute fact that that is incorrect. 100% fact. That's the excuse, but it was not weather. Experts say this is one of the largest known cyber espionage campaigns against the United States. The hack was uncovered by Microsoft and occurred around May this year. How should the U.S. respond? So I don't know what this clip is. This is a Fox News clip. I think it's Gates.
Very honored to have this chance to meet. And we've always had great conversations, and we'll have a lot of important topics to discuss today. I was very disappointed I couldn't come during these last 4 years. And so it's very exciting to be back.
Now that was Bill Gates less than a month ago visiting his good pal Xi Jinping.
Very honored.
All right, so that's all that garbage. I'm not saying that Gates sold us out to the Chinese, but maybe. I may. I'll try to. So now we go to what I'm calling Prison Planet, which is because I couldn't put twisted fuckers or anything to that degree in the intro, because then, you know, all that demonetization, age restriction, blah blah blah. I mean, you said it, I didn't. You also said it. I didn't say it. So, Twisted Fucker Corner. Louisiana teen may have fathered child of high school teacher, deputies say. Hammond, Louisiana. The Tangapoa Parish Sheriff's Office has announced the resignation of a teacher from the parish's high school or school system amid an ongoing investigation into allegations of an inappropriate relationship with a student. Sheriff Daniel Edwards has confirmed that the investigation was initiated following reports alleging that a 17-year-old student had fathered a child with a teacher. Edwards said that these allegations were reported on Sunday, September 24th. He did sell everyone out. I can say that with absolute certainty. I don't know. I didn't see a picture of her. Of course. Maybe. Edwards added that given information of the juvenile, his office is refraining from disclosing specific details at this point in time. While we cannot see specific details regarding the investigation, we can confirm that the allegations were dealt with promptly, and the investigation process has been rigorous and thorough. Edwards said, this type of investigation is time-consuming and being handled with great care. Under no circumstances will we be rushed for closure. I didn't see the teacher. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait. No, I'm not gonna. There's like 30 different names on Facebook, on the post on Facebook, so I'm not gonna comment on who it is. That's what I'm saying. Maybe. Please don't ever get rid of dadgum. Like, that is so great, Patrick. Yeah, math teacher. That's all I'm saying there. I plead the fifth. Anyways, so in the great state of Michigan. Oh, I needed that. Body cam. Michigan State trooper dragged by suspect during a traffic stop. Officer okay, and the suspect was later arrested. Via discretion as is advised. There's no there's nothing overly graphic, but you're gonna see something pretty nasty. So.
Morning. Your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance, please. Do you have marijuana burning right now?
Yes, Mark.
Step out. Step out. Step out of the car, sir.
It's
Give me your driver's license. Step out and walk back here for me. You can leave your wallet in there.
I agree.
Do you have anything on you that I need to know about?
No, ma'am.
Face that way for me. I'll pat you down real quick. Alright, walk back there for me. Are you not supposed to be smoking while you're driving?
No, I'm not supposed to be smoking.
Okay.
I'm just cooking my brother.
Set your phone down. We need to deal with this right now.
Come pull up on me. I got the police there. Come pull up on me.
No, nobody else needs. So you know that it's illegal to smoke while you're driving.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? The same way that it would be if you were drinking.
I got you. I'm so.
Okay. On top of that, you were doing 92 miles an hour down 127.
I'm so sorry.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Well, pull up on me. Oh, all right.
Come here. Sit right there. Stop moving around. Stop making phone calls. Stop doing everything. I'm dealing with you right now. Set your phone on the trunk. Set it on the trunk. I'm not going to tell you again. Sit right there. Hey, what did I just say?
AP down 127.
Put it in park.
I think it's St. John's.
Get in the car! Stop it, let me out!
Flying. He's flying, and she is still hanging out of the car. Could be, but no. I think it's in that St. John's area. Is what I was reading before it goes to 4 lanes there. So that's fast in that area. All right. So I know, right? It did sound like a Hemi. Oh, that was a terrible, terrible. Holy shit, that was terrible. Yeah, it was. Okay, that's what I thought, but terrible, terrible. He should have been in cuffs. She should have never let him get close to it. She was way too laxed. Well, 10 is the best road in the country. Fucker is never backed up. You can always go down 10. That's true. Yeah. And she did not take it seriously. Gross. I know Hayden just covered this one, so I'll just go over it quickly. American Airlines flight attendant found dead with sock in her mouth at Philadelphia Airport Marriott. As you know, blah blah blah, 66-year-old woman found with a sock placed in her mouth. Wasn't for 2 days until they found her. Multiple sealed bottles of prescription medications were found in the room. Undetermined. So she knew the Clintons. Maybe. Maybe. So, shady, she probably knew a Clinton. I'm just saying. It's possible. So, who knows? So this was 2 days ago. Multiple people have been reportedly injured in a shooting at an auto shop in Largo, Florida. God, I forgot. I'll look. I have to get back on the Clintons. I know that. There's been so much other fun stuff to cover. Plus, I don't want to get Clinton-sided. Multiple people have reported injury, and then I already read that. Currently, numerous authorities and other emergency personnel are on the scene at an auto shop in Largo, Florida, where multiple people have been shot. At this time, officials are reporting that 2 people have been critically injured. Law enforcement officials say the shooter is still at large and people in the area should be on alert. So this is just police response footage. Oh shit, we need to talk, brother. What caliber is it in? Alright, so my bet on it is probably it was employee or something. And there's this guy, Florida man. Sometimes the responses are better than the story. Alright, this one's from my people in the Pacific Northwest and California. Target. Check the swamps. No. I'm trying to negotiate a better rate, tease. Target closing 9 stores due to organized theft and safety concerns. This is a racism, as we all know. Target announced closure of 9 stores nationwide due to ongoing challenges related to crime and safety concerns. Reportedly, I saw an updated report, but it wasn't something that I was comfortable being credible with. But it was in the hundreds. It wasn't in the single digits. But Target, a retail giant with nearly 2,000 stores across the United States, has been vocal about the issue of organized retail crime affecting its stores, leading to an increase in instances of theft and higher levels of inventory shrinkage. It was cold out. That's why it shrank. The affected store closures will be in major cities, including New York City, Seattle, San Francisco, and Portland. I'll just let that sit there for a second. Seattle and Portland. Exactly. They were closing other stores. The other articles showed the stores that are closing, but they said it was due to performance issues. But these stores were also there. The San Francisco, Portland, and Seattle stores were also on that list. So take it for what you will. I think it's weird. This one is wild. This is a wild story. Watch as a 17-year-old driving a stolen vehicle crashes into a home, triggering a massive gas explosion in Oneida, New York. A house in Madison County, Oneida, New York, was destroyed by a gas explosion when a 17-year-old driving a stolen car crashed into the house, rupturing a gas line. This resulted in a large explosion that knocked over first responders and displaced 7 families. The teen is facing 30 criminal charges in connection with the incident. The incident happened around 3 a.m. on September 15th. Exactly. This is wild. Keep your eye on it or you'll miss it. Damn. true. Yeah, there wasn't really much of a better video of it than that one. So the teen who was driving the car survived. Yep. So of course he survived because he's garbage. Speaking of garbage and surviving when you probably shouldn't. Gang member free on bond for capital murder when he executed boy stepfather gets life without parole. Which one do you think a criminal is? Oh, we'll get some mostly peaceful videos in a minute, buddy. A documented Houston gang member was sentenced to life in prison without parole this week after a Harris County jury convicted him of capital murder for killing an 11-year-old after having been released on bond for a capital murder committed 4 years earlier. District Attorney Kim Ogg announced. I kind of agree. He's probably a gang member too. A little boy with his whole life ahead of him was murdered because of a cold-blooded ambush in broad daylight, Ogg said. This was a capital murder, and the appropriate sentence is life in prison without parole. Desmond Hawkins, 23, that already killed someone, got out, and killed an 11-year-old. Gets life in prison. Was convicted of capital murder for fatally shooting 11-year-old Dominic Sumacek on October 6th, 2020. Hawkins shot and killed the boy and his stepfather, 41-year-old Manuel Solomon, while the two sat in Solomon's car outside their home. Intentionally killing the child under the age of 14 is a capital crime. At the time of the 11-year-old Dominic's murder, Hawkins was free on bond for a capital murder that occurred on October 10th, 2016. In that case, Hawkins was arrested for shooting and killing John Pye, a man Hawkins knew while Hawkins was robbing Pye. Hawkins was then released on bond with an ankle monitor equipped with GPS tracker. Hawkins was wearing a monitor when he killed the 11-year-old boy and his stepfather 4 years later. About a week before the shooting, the boy's stepfather reported to police that a man he did not know tried to kill him by shooting at him while he was parking his Mercedes-Benz sedan in the driveway of his West Houston townhouse. Solomon told police he did not know why he was being targeted. So he shot at them as well. What the fuck? On the day of the murder, a GPS monitor that Hawkins was wearing showed that he was lying in wait, walking around Solomon's driveway, waiting for Solomon to come home. Hawkins cut a hole in the chain link fence to get to Solomon faster and waited for at least 3 hours for Solomon to come home to carry out the killing. So why didn't she respond to his ankle monitor? Because he wasn't in his house. As Solomon backed into his driveway with his 11-year-old stepson in the passenger seat at about 4:30 p.m., Hawkins emerged from the hole in the fence and shot the 11-year-old twice, then shot Solomon 4 times, killing them both instantaneously. It's terrible. Along with GPS monitoring records, surveillance video from nearby cameras showed Hawkins running towards the murder scene wearing the ankle monitor. It remains unclear why Hawkins targeted Solomon, because he's a psychopath. Jurors listened to all the available evidence during a 2-week trial before they quickly convicting Hawkins of capital murder late Monday, who's automatically sentenced to life in prison and will never be eligible for parole. Shot and killed, I bet that was legally owned gun. More proof that government needs to take all guns. Criminals don't use guns. That's what the commies tell me. That's exactly right, Patrick. You're starting to get it, buddy. Assistant District Attorney Nancy Ta prosecuted the case with ADA Christopher Condon, who are both assigned to the Harris County District Attorney's Specialized Homicide Division. Based on what we saw in the evidence, we believe this was an orchestrated hit, Condon said. No shit. He hung out in his fence for 3 hours? Exactly. The jury did the right thing in handing down a conviction for capital murder. Ta added that the time of the day and the fact that the hole was cut in the fence to gain easy access were evident of a premeditated ambush. I'm so glad that they have somebody that could determine that that was premeditated. The defendant laid in wait for 3 hours during the light of day to execute a young boy and his stepfather, Ta said. Hawkins made a decision to end Dominic's life before the boy could even turn 12, and now 12 citizens of Harris County have decided how Hawkins will spend the rest of his. He shouldn't get to breathe ever again. And he's 23, so what, 60, 70 years of confinement for him? Yep, always know your surroundings and always have a firearm. Oh, 100% forbidden. Oh yeah. Just say words. You don't have to be fucking poetic about it. It seems shitty. All right. New video shows the shooting that took place at the Oklahoma State Fair, causing everyone to evacuate, leaving one person in critical condition. So this was 4 days ago at the Oklahoma State Fair. There was someone that opened fire, and everybody just lost it and ran. You can hear gunshots. So yeah. I don't know. Another shooting. Probably a pistol-free zone. But luckily no one died. Just one person in critical condition at this time. Democratic Senator Mendez pleads not guilty to corruption charges. I think there was just too much running around and too much chaos. So, in my opinion, that's what it looked like from the other. There was another video, but it wasn't the right post. Maybe. Yeah, I guess this isn't terribly long. I'm sure you've all heard of this, but we'll go through it real quick. On Wednesday, Senator Bob Mendez of New Jersey entered a plea of not guilty to federal charges. The charges allege that he received bribes in the form of cash and gold bars in exchange for utilizing his political influence to covertly to promote Egyptian interest and perform favors for local business figures. Sounds like a president we know. That's what I don't know. Maybe they didn't open. That's true. They just run. Following a brief hearing over the federal courthouse in Lower Manhattan, Mendez escorted his wife, who also pleaded not guilty in the case, out of the courtroom. This came days after prosecutors unveiled an indictment detailing extensive corruption accusations against the Democratic senator. Mendez declining to respond to reporters' questions when leaving. Yes. It's an odd one, isn't it? Well, it wasn't Ukrainian, so he couldn't, he wasn't in the current money laundering scheme, so they had to sniff him out. During the court proceedings, Mendez addressed the charges only when prompted to confirm his understanding of them. A legal representative entered the not guilty plea on his behalf. After being indicted, Mendez was compelled to resign from his position as the chairman of the influential Senate Foreign Relations Committee. The judge granted his release on a $100,000 bond, but required him to surrender any personal passports, though he may retain an official passport for government-related travel. So, that's the one he wants anyways. Additionally, the judge instructed Mendez not to communicate with his co-defendants outside the presence of legal counsel, except for his wife. I mean, if you're going to do it, take gold. Because dollars do nothing. He wanted to put his head on the Sphinx. They were gonna change it over. So this is, damn it, breaking news. So this is very, very recent. This was earlier today. Pilot incapacitation, Delta flight 291 CDG to LAX, Paris to Los Angeles, September 22nd, 2023. Pilot became incapacitated, was taken to cabin for care. Plane diverted in Minneapolis. Pilot was taken to the hospital. So I guess it was a couple days ago. Third pilot incident in 3 days. There was an Austrian Airlines flight. Captain became incapacitated. A 37-year-old Eric McRae died suddenly in his hotel room. An Alaskan Airlines pilot. One of the pilots fell ill and became incapacitated on August 27th. August 18th, cardiac arrest. I mean, you guys can read. There is sudden deaths and incapacitated pilots. I'm not saying that there was a new thing that was introduced that might be the cause of this. But there's a new thing that might be the cause of this. And if your heart's not healthy enough for sex, you shouldn't try to be careful. You shouldn't fuck around with Fauci. This one, I can't read any of these words. This was the videos from the New York Post. So we will, exactly. Maybe. You saw some of the words. This is allegedly from the New York Post. A group that was busted recently by... Yeah, we'll let them tell you. What's up, Bradley? Whoa. Fuck, I don't want Marshall's music. Strike me. Sorry, I can't read any of it, or I'd get screwed. I don't know Chinese. Oh, we're going back to there again. You saw that. Exactly. So, sorry, I can't read that due to terms of service violations that I would definitely incur, but you saw it. Maybe they found Appy's friends. So this is crazy. Developing video shows looting in Philadelphia's Center City neighborhood.
God, fuck me up.
There was obviously a sale on Nikes that was way too good to pass up. I heard Coach and 17 other stores also were involved in this major sale. That's all it was, is just a sale. Oh, I'm sure. Maybe that's where the Arizona governor went. Just saying. Allegedly. as Philadelphia Instagram influencer known as Meatball. Bitch stole my name. Bitch stole my name. This is reparations. Bobby, I'm not bringing that up. An Instagram influencer who has over 125,000 followers and is known in the Philadelphia community as Meatball. I do not authorize the use of my name. Live streams herself in front of thousands of viewers while looting multiple stores across the Philadelphia area. This chaos unfolded as the citywide rapid response was activated due to large crowds gathering and rioting, looting across the street as multiple stores, businesses including a Chick-fil-A. You bastards. You leave Chick-fil-A alone. You think I'm kidding, I'm not. Store was looted. Leave Chick-fil-A alone. Later, Philadelphia police caught up to her and placed her under arrest on her live stream. That was racism. At least over a dozen people have been arrested so far. Good. Arrest them all.
Must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody. Everybody must eat. Yes. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Go on, boy. Oh, it's so. It's bottles in the bag. Don't put that bitch for the camera. Got one. Got one.
Keep in mind that,
oh my God.
keep in mind that iPhone shit, because we're going to watch it in a second.
Look, the girl laughing back there. She think it's a joke. Look, she laughing. Y'all throw that chicken up here on my mom. Yo, what are y'all doing? We don't
Nobody
want
fucks
nothing
with
to do
Detroit
with it.
Meatball. Bring it, bitch. Alright, so this is what you cannot eat phones. But this is, I don't like Apple. Full disclosure. Equity. Apple bricked all of the phones the Philly BLM looters stole this week. Oh, that's so great.
This is crazy. Oh my God, this is crazy. Ain't nothing. Oh my God, all these iPhones. And they still going on. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is crazy. Oh my God, this is crazy. Ain't nothing.
That's funny. That is
oh my God, all
fucking
these
funny.
iPhones. And they still going on. Oh my God. Put that shit. Oh my God.
So, all the iPhones, just alarming. That's great. That's exactly what they did. It was fantastic. I thought this was funny and a good break from asshole people. Uh-huh. So I thought this was enjoyable. This guy's a really good drawer. Tell me what you think. I'm gonna mute the music though because I don't need that. Where do you think we're going? Exactly. Cuckoo. Is that what you thought it was going to be at this point right here? Because it wasn't where I thought it was going. You're normal then. Alright, so moving from one cuckoo to another. Non-binary law professor at U Alberta Law, this is for our Canadian friends, dear, tells people on TikTok to be gay and do crime. Well, we got half of those. That's true. That's true. There are. God, that would be great. So we're going to listen to this stunning and brave young woman talk about what we should be doing.
As a law professor who teaches criminal law, I felt compelled to inform you to be gay, do crimes. Also, look at my pretty earrings today.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, this one's for Hayden. So Hyundai and Kia recalled nearly 3.4 million vehicles due to fire risk and urge owners to park outdoors. And there's so much here. Like, I just wanted to make fun of the name. I don't really care. Hyundai Motor North America and Kia America have issued park outside recalls for more than 3.3 million vehicles due to the risk of fire. Until these recalled vehicles have been repaired, the manufacturers say the safest place to park them is outside and away from homes or other structures. Fires can occur whether the vehicle is parked and turned off or while driving. That's great. I know. I told you I was going to bring it up. Owners of the approximately 1.64 million select Hyundai and Genesis vehicles listed below should park their vehicles outside and away from homes until their vehicles have been repaired due to a new recall risk of fire. Accent, Azera, Elantra Coupe, Equus, Genesis Coupe, Santa Fe Sport, Sonata, Tucson Fuel Cell, Veloster, and Veracruz. True. Yeah. That's a good thing. All right. So we got a couple. Well, where should we go next? Alligators or Elon? First response. Alligators or Elon? Exactly. Elon it is. So we got 2 stories for Elon, 2 stories for alligators. Elon Musk has fired X, Twitter election integrity team, for undermining election integrity. I wish I did. Maybe we'll just go back and forth. So, apparently, let's check on the integrity of the election integrity team. So he's fired his Twitter election integrity team for undermining election integrity. Now, what happened to those election integrity workers? Well, this may be a clue. By Elon's spacecraft in Florida, Florida officials have killed a massive 13-foot alligator after the discovery of a deceased human body in Pinellas County, Florida. Numerous authorities are currently on the scene after a deceased body from Twitter Trust and Safety was found near a massive 13-foot alligator close to a pool of blood next to the roadway near Ridgecrest Park, a 5-acre lake in Pinellas County, Florida. Officials haven't shared more details about the incident, but confirmed the alligator's involvement in taking over X. The investigation into the death is ongoing. There's no additional information about Elon's involvement, allegedly, the incident, or the alligator's role. Drivers retrieved both alligator and human body from the canal. I think they found the body in the alligator. That's what I'm saying. Alligators have rights too. All right, so another one of Elon's teams of alligators. Watch as a baseball fan was denied entry into a Phillies game after attempting to bring an emotional support alligator. The word is that the Twitter election safety team person was held up at the Phillies game, and Elon was just trying to get an alligator in so he could finish the job. On Wednesday, a fan was denied entry into Citizens Bank Park when he tried to bring an emotional support alligator named Wally. Wally the alligator is to help with his depression. The Phillies official website states that only dogs, service animals, or service animals in training are permitted, and all other animals, including Wally the alligator, are not allowed inside the ballpark.
You had him for 7 years. You live in Florida?
No, I'm from Pennsylvania.
Wow. How'd you come across him? Just walking down?
I rescued thousands of alligators from Pennsylvania.
Hell yeah.
Really? People
They're
get them
not
for
wild.
pets?
They get them for pets. He was a wild alligator. He's a Disney baby.
Where's he sleep?
See a Disney
Sometimes
baby.
in my bed,
Florida
sometimes in
connection.
front, sometimes
You see
on
what
the
I'm
table.
saying?
Is there a Mrs. You? No? Okay. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Can I just...
Yeah, pet him. Oh, look,
Oh, yeah. He likes his chin rubbed.
His chin rubbed?
Yep.
Yeah.
He loves his chin rubbed. He does not bite.
How do you know that?
Because I've had him for 7 years. He lives in my house. Lay down. Lay down.
I was good.
Yeah, bro.
It's
He
okay if I
really
touch his back?
trained the gator.
Look, just rub.
Wow. I can't believe I'm touching an alligator. You had him for 7 years.
I'm pro emotional support gator. I'm sold. So since his emotional support gator couldn't finish the job, Elon now has to go to Eagle Pass, Texas to do the job himself. Did I do good? Blending them together? So this is the Twitter Spaces that Elon put up a little bit ago. Eagle Pass, Texas. He went down to discuss the border crisis himself. So.
Okay, we're now live.
Cool.
Okay. So okay. Let me.
He looks like a
let me see
Brokeback
if this
Mountain
working.
cowboy.
Let me know. Well, let's just make sure this thing's working first. So it looks like we're seeing people are joining pretty fast. All right, cool. We got a lot of people joining. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of people joining.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. It's working great. Okay, they're getting people like, yep, it's working good. All right, cool. So, all right.
I don't feel like watching 5 minutes of this.
I am.
I think he made more when he went out, but it wasn't on X originally. So you get the picture. He's going to see the border situation by himself. He does look like he belongs on the set of Brokeback Mountain, and that guy might be his lover, allegedly. He's kind of a nerd, but he's a cool guy. So he's going down to look for himself. I know nobody but me cares. Jason, shut the fuck up or I will mute you. Michigan State head football coach Mel Tucker fired as civil rights case continues. He also filed a lawsuit against Michigan State University, but he is out. And Michigan State said they're not paying him a dime of his $80 million. Like I said, I know none of you care, but it's important to me because my alma mater and we suck again. I swear to fucking, I swear to God, I will, Jason. So I got 2 more articles. This one is, oh yeah, Kyle's is really good. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have an incredibly serious story. Shut up, Deez. We have an incredibly serious story. I guess we're far enough in. He had an inappropriate sexual relationship with a sexual assault and rape survivor advocate that was raped, and then teach young athletes not to do it to future people. One of the things he did, he said the relationship was consensual. She said it's not. Either way, you should have stayed away from it. The big thing that he did was he masturbated on a phone call that he said was consensual. She said that it wasn't, and so he was fired for cause for moral turpitude. The article, so he was under review by Michigan State University. The article was somehow leaked by this young lady that is now writing another book and wanted publicity, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Don't kill me over it. So, that's what our coach did. It sucks. We have a serious story. It's a very, very serious story. There was an attempt. Fuck off, Bobby. There was an attempt, a serious attempt on President Biden, an assassination attempt. FBI arrests Stairs on Air Force One for a plot to assassinate Joe Biden. Washington, D.C., the Federal Bureau of Investigation announced today it has arrested the Air Force One Stairs and charged them with a plot to assassinate the president. That's what I said. That's what I said. Mm-hmm. After an extensive investigation, we now believe the Stairs are a credible threat to the president's life, said FBI spokesperson Ed Leslie. Suspicion arose after reported incidents in which the president nearly lost his life entering Air Force One. We are proud to say that the threat has been neutralized. Apparently you can, and they did. I know, in Michigan. I know. Reports indicate Air Force One Stairs have been transferred to an undisclosed location where they're being detained for further questioning. Sources within the Department of Justice disclosed further details from the investigation. This plot goes deep, one insider said. Under the condition of anonymity, we have reason to believe that these Stairs have ties to dangerous organizations like the Proud Boys, which would fall in line with the Stairs' radical right-wing extremist ideology. The White House declined to discuss the arrest in detail, but did offer a brief comment. These Stairs were a holdover from the previous administration. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said, this may prove insight into the motivation to attack President Biden. Anything that was involved with President Trump is a dangerous threat to democracy itself. I know. I am too. The stage could be in on it, but I say we just let natural process take over. Like, it's not going to be much longer, yo. Like, nature will run its course, I promise. I promise. And probably pretty soon. He looks terrible. Terrible. All right. So I got two things. Two things left. One, just for a little bit of fun, I put this in my community tab. I said, "What is this?" We had some good guesses. Sunset, sunrise, egg yolk, Donald Trump skin cells, a spot-free sun, a pregnancy test strip. Congratulations. And Jason with the longest response ever. This was the sun shot during an eclipse with a infrared lens. So, it's an IR just before an eclipse. So it blocks out all the sun, all the extra light, and just shows you the main core of it. So I took that, and that's what that is. Just thought it was fun. And I stole this from JSD's. Justice for Mr. Potato. That's true. That's true. I stole this one from D's, and I don't feel bad about it. I actually don't know. I really don't know. It was not. So I definitely stole this from D's. And it's pretty funny. And this will be the last of the day. Enjoy.
I'm Tom Michaels, and I want to invite you to my new laundromat, White's Only Laundry. We specialize in only washing your white laundry, so your linens, socks, and undershirts will look fresher than ever. By focusing just on white laundry, our prices are 25% lower than the other guys. Plus, get an extra 10% discount by singing our slogan at the register. Hope to see you soon. Hi, it's Tom again from the laundromat that's been in the news, and I really want to apologize. I definitely should have realized that the name White's Only Laundry sounds racist, is racist, and that was not my intention at all. But we've changed the name and fixed the problem. White's Only Laundry is now No Colors Laundry. It still gets across that we can't wash colored clothes without any of the racial connotations of whites only. Plus, to make up for our terrible mistake, come on in before Friday and you'll get yourself a free t-shirt. Just don't wash it here because it has all these colors on it. Hi, it's Tom again. I'm so sorry. I feel terrible. Obviously, changing the name only made things worse, and neither one of those are appropriate names for a laundromat or any business or anything. But I'm gonna make things right. First, for the African American community, I've installed a special side entrance so that you'll know you're definitely welcome in my laundromat. Also, I've set aside separate but equally powerful washing machines exclusively for your use in the back of the laundromat. Although they still only wash white clothes. And this time, to ensure I don't upset or disrespect anyone, I'm naming it after myself. And since my sister just had a baby, everybody come on down to Uncle Tom's Laundromat. Remember, whites only, no coloreds, and black center through a special side entrance.
I thought that was good. Good way to end the night. There's too much shitty news. We gotta laugh every once in a while. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, that is the news roundup for this week. The Detroit Lions are beating the Packers right now, 27-11. I will be screening it in Discord. If you're into football, come into Camp Homo. I will be playing it. Yeah, Camp Homo is where we hang out. Deal with it. There's a story behind it. But yeah, you're welcome over there, watching some football, hanging out with friends. So that is going to be it for me this evening. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Tomorrow we'll be back on track with Legos with Brian S. And CFT Saturday will take place on Saturday with the final installment of Monkey Island. Hopefully I don't want to pull my fucking hair out this one. But we're going to play it because we're already halfway through. So, all right, y'all. Have a good night, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.